Carl here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's horror movie review time. Hey folks, how do you guarantee a movie is going to be seen by virtually no one? Set it at Halloween, release it in July, and do next to no promotion for the film. Smart stuff, right? But it's the fate that befell Cobweb, a horror thriller directed by Samuel Bowden in his directorial debut and a screenplay by Chris Thomas Devlin. On first glance, Cobweb looks like nothing more than your standard kid haunting ghostly goings on horror. And let's be honest, nobody wants another one of those. However, it pleases me no end to say what it actually is a smart, dark, twisted and frightening mesh of different genre ideas held together by a tense story that keeps you guessing right up to the last minute and has a very strong cast.
It's okay. It was just a bad dream.
Woody Norman plays Peter, an 8-year-old shy boy who is bullied at school and comes home to overbearing parents. His mother Carol, played by Lizzie Kaplan, and father Mark, Anthony Starr, are strict and admonish the boy regularly, struggling to deal with his issues and the difficulties of parenting in general. Whereas Mark seems to be emotionally detached, Carol is overly emotional and borderline hysterical at times. It is enough to drive a person crazy, which Peter might be going when he starts to hear tapping inside of his bedroom wall. Of course, his parents don't believe and putting it down to his overactive imagination. Yet Peter isn't imagining it, and when a voice of a young girl starts to speak to him, he sees it as an opportunity to make a friend, as youngsters often do. Who is the girl in the wall? She claims to be his sister and that she's been locked away by their parents because they don't want her anymore. She also claims that Peter's parents are evil and will kill her, then lock Peter in the walls too.
No more nightmares.
No more.
That's right.
You know, I wish I had someone I could talk to about the things that were happening in my house.
Mom?
Is she telling the truth, or is something more sinister going on here? Cobweb does a fantastic job of subverting expectations and hinting at numerous potential revelations, drip-feeding clues with its slow burn story before ramping up the carnage for a frenzied finale. It is a compelling watch that draws you into the darkness, feeling both trepidation and excitement for what awaits. It's not about twists, but rather reveals, which I think are two very different things, and it also makes for a much more satisfying watch. As good as the story is, though, if it didn't have the characters and actors to make it work, it wouldn't, and Cobweb has both. We spend obviously the most time with Peter, and he's a genial soul that is very likeable. By the end, it's hard not to feel protective of him, and a ton of credit must be given to Woody Norman, who plays him so well. Likewise, Lizzie Kaplan and Anthony Starr are excellent as his parents. The former portrays a character with manic vulnerability that is heartfelt and horrific, whereas the latter portrays a character that is sinister and commanding. They are so watchable and have great chemistry with Woody Norman.
Peter, sometimes you have to make hard decisions to protect your family.
What is that? The banging.
You don't hear anything, Peter.
Their characters help make Cleopatra Coleman's Miss Divine, Peter's substitute teacher, a ray of sunshine in a very dark movie. Someone who simply wants to help a child that she is worried about. Is Cobweb scary though? Not outright, if I'm honest, but it does have a couple of excellent scare sequences and is dripping with atmosphere and tension, which I sometimes think is a lot better. A lot of that comes from how the movie is shot and how it utilises light and darkness. You may not always feel frightened by what you're seeing, but you'll constantly feel an edge as though something could come from the dark at any moment. Is it perfect though? Of course not. What is when it comes to horror? Some may bemoan the tone shift near the end as the film gets quite gory and violent, whereas others may bemoan the lack of explanation surrounding the wall tapper. However, finding a horror movie that holds the attention in a way that Cobweb does is rare, and that makes it well worth screaming about. It is a great film and a massive recommendation from me. Have you seen it? You got any thoughts on it? You know what to do? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.